And in absolutely crazy soap news, as Coronation Street and Emmerdale are planning to, in 2026, they're changing their time slots. They're introducing this soap Power Hour, 30 minutes of Emmerdale, 30 minutes of Corrie. And in a massively huge soap shakeup, Coronation Street and Emmerdale announce a crossover hour-long episode. Now, let's just reiterate, soaps never really cross over. Unless it's like Casualty City and Holby, which are in the same universe, they don't cross over in the slightest. The last time EastEnders, Corrie, and Emmerdale, I think, maybe even Hollyoaks, kind of crossed over is they were doing this environmental episode where we saw like Tiffany Butcher on like a phone screen in Corrie. And for the first time, they were all actually linked. This doesn't happen in soap. But now, bringing in Coronation Street and Emmerdale stars is absolutely ridiculous. And it's the power of having two soaps under it. And it's one of those things where, for a soap crossover, I think it would always be really cool if you actually had these two universes react. Because obviously, you don't want to do it too often. But let's say you're sick of Kerry Wyatt in Emmerdale. And then you say, all right, go over to Corrie for a year. I'll use you over there. And if they want you, then maybe you'll come back afterwards. Like, that sounds incredible. That sounds so cool as a concept in soap. I absolutely vibe with it. Sorry, it's just one, yeah. I think that sounds like a really cool idea. It's just never really been done because contracts and different companies, etc., etc. Like, you don't want someone to go to Corrie and then get ruined, and then you try to bring them back, but they can't because they've been ruined. Like, it's kind of crazy. But let's read this article. Coronation Street and Emmerdale announced crossover hour-long episode. ITV's flagship soaps Coronation Street and Emmerdale will join forces in an unprecedented one-off, note that it says one-off, special episode to launch the broadcaster's new Power Hour of soap, which begins on ITV1 and STV in January 2026. I will say they did do like a Children in Need kind of episode where you had like you had Liz McDonald and Kat interact in the Vic. You had Dev and you had Masood, or Kush. I don't remember. You had Dev doing Dev things to someone, and I don't remember what he was doing. Who else? I don't know. It was a pretty cool episode all in all, and it was a good way to show that like there is a lot of cool like material for bringing all these characters together. But like Liz and Kat were both like kind of joking about like the length of each other's skirts. Like, oh, that's too high. No, that's too. It's just ridiculous. Like, it was just funny. Just a funny little episode. But like these crossovers never happen. For the first time in British soap history, the hour-long episode will see characters from both soaps come together in a celebration of the soap genre. To herald the beginning of the new scheduling pattern, both soaps will mark the occasion in spectacular style, as a combined production teams embark on an ambitious stunt that will have everlasting consequences for everyone involved. The distinctive worlds of Emmerdale and Coronation Street will merge for one night, only in a mashup of our two favourite communities. The producers and scriptwriters and production teams have conceived an ingenious way of linking the two universes, but with characters then returning to the soaps they are renowned for inhabiting in Manchester and Yorkshire. The episode will have self-contained, but the consequences of high-stakes drama will have repercussions of both communities and see them linked forever as familiar faces depart and exciting new characters arrive into both soaps. Each soap will then return to its new normal pattern of transmission, 30-minute episodes each evening, Emmerdale episodes at 8 PM, Coronation Street episodes at 8:30. Episodes will continue to drop at 7 AM on ITV and STV for the transmission that evening. And in an extra treat for viewers, the producers of both programs are inviting the audience to choose which characters, one from each soap, they would like to see meet and interact in a scene. Details of this initiative will be launched next month via Coronation Street and Emmerdale's Insta, Facebook and TikTok account, with viewers then able to influence the content of our two preeminent soaps. The new schedule chimes in saying that 30 minutes are higher. and Emmerdale and Corrie have a combined reach of over 8 million viewers. Yeah, so honestly, a lot of really cool stuff to think about there. I like it. I really do. I think this is a really important thing to do. Oh, yeah, we haven't transitioned over the screen yet. We are. It's a really important thing, and it's something that only ITV can do, because they do have these two very prominent soaps who both stand out on themselves and don't really have much crossover. So it's a really, really, really cool thing to be able to do, because you have so many good crossovers. Charity and anyone. Who's even like the token hard man? Kane Dingle, Kevin Webster. You have like, you know, Steve McDonald. I don't even know who Emmerdale's Steve McDonald is. Stephen fucking Jimmy. Is it Jimmy? Oh, Jimmy King? Nicola, and like, there's a lot of really cool crossover potential with these characters. There's just so many options. There's so many options for really cool interaction. I think it's kind of David Platt, and who would even be the David Platt equivalent in Emmerdale? Vinny? Nah, that's not good. Mandy and you get Paddy. Oh, there's so many good. God, I'm gonna have to start watching Emmerdale. I think this unites it. Will it finally be the excuse for me to start watching Emmerdale? Perhaps. I'm considering it. I really am. This is such a cool thing to have, and it opens up the room for more. Obviously, you don't want to keep blurring the lines, but if you have both universes be like collective, I think it's a really cool idea. I think it's a really, really cool thing to do. And, you know, a big stunt as well, a really big stunt. This genuinely, they are really trying to build up this 2026, like, soap, like, change. And honestly, with everything they've said so far, I think we're in very good hands. Emmerdale's been great. From everything people tell me. Coronation Street is slowly getting better. It's just hoping that most characters aren't gone by that point, because, like, you are missing out for seeing, like, you know, imagine Audrey and Pollard. Like, that sounds fun. Like, there's so many cool possible angles and so many, like, kind of counterpoints as to who could meet who. Obviously, the one joke I have is that I know Mick's gone, but get Aaron and Mick in the same room together, and you'll be shocked at how similar they are. Todd and Aaron. There's so many good things. There's so many good things you could do. Oh, there's so much cool. God, I know it's just been me kind of thinking up ideas, but like, fantastic. This is some of the best Coronation Street and Emmerdale news I've heard in a long time. Genuinely. This is fantastic. This is so strong. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore it. I look forward to seeing what people do with this. I want to see what they do. Oh, it's just so many options. I want to hear what everybody thinks in the comment section. I want to see what everybody thinks. What interactions do you want to see? Because obviously I'm not an Emmerdale fan as such. So one thing that would be fun, the one weirdly meta thing, is I want to see Manpreet and Dev interact, because obviously Manpreet was in Coronation Street. She was in Coronation. So I want to see what happens there. I have to see what happens there. Paddy and Steve, why not? Oh, there's so many cool options. This is genuinely probably some of the most interesting soap news that's been announced in years. Like before, when they did little interactions, like, ow, let's just do this thing, let's just recycle more because climate change. Like, yeah, sure, good topic, but like, you know, this isn't the way you bring these characters together. God, yeah, all I want to hear in the comment section, I just want to hear what people think. Because, you know, I could probably wax lyrical for this for a good chunk of time. But first and foremost, this is really impressive first to do. Something only Coronation Street and Emmerdale can really do. And therefore, it builds up to a big stunt that's going to change both of the shows fundamentally, even if it is just a one-off. So I am absolutely looking forward to this. Honestly, this shows good signs that ITV is genuinely trying to make soaps as prominent as they should be. Whereas how they've kind of been as of the last couple of years, where Coronation Street has been an afterthought, and Emmerdale is slowly just building back to where it wants to be. So yeah, absolutely tremendous news. EastEnders, Hollyoaks, get working, boys. Get working. Carla. Get Carla in charity. Get Carla in charity. Oh. Mwah. Cinema. So many good interactions. Imagine Roy and Bear. Roy and Paula. So many. Ah. This is such good news. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below. I'll probably talk about this at other points as well. But just, oh, fantastic. Let's go.